All right, so let's move on to lesson 5. So I want to teach you how to use layer comps. So this is the ability to show multiple versions of a layout in a single file. So this is really helpful if a client asks you to show 3 different variations of one concept. You can work within one file, but export those 3 different variations seamlessly, and then send them those files for a review instead of sending them your native file, which you never want to do. All right, so go ahead and open up an image called File, Open, festcomps.psd. Once you have that image open, go to your Layers panel, and I want you to go ahead and make this circle layer visible by clicking on the visibility icon. And you'll see a circle appears on our image. And the next thing I want you to do is open up the Layers Comp panel. And we do that by going to Window, Layer Comps. Now the panel open. Go ahead and click on Create New Layer Comp icon at the bottom of the Layer Comp panel. So make sure you're not in your Layers panel, you're in the Layer Comps panel. So 2 different panels. So we're going to create a new Layer Comp. I want you to go ahead and name this new layer comp Visibility Design. This is the name of the new layer comp. In the comment section, type, this is the circle layer made visible. Remember, we just made the circle layer visible. I would go ahead and keep, for layer, apply to layers, click and make sure that visibility, position, and appearance are all selected. This is kind of the safest choices. Don't worry about layer comp selection for smart objects. Just have these 3 selected. And go ahead and click OK. And then take note in your Layers Comp panel, you have an option that's Visibility Design, and you have a little note that's saying this is the comp of your circle layer made visible. It's okay if you're still a little confused, but just stay with me and you'll start to see where we're going here. Select the circle layer in your Layers panel and make the opacity of this layer 70%. So with the circle layer active, go to opacity, 70%. What this does is it has a little bit of this texture peeking through on our circle logo. Let's create another layer comp. So go to your Layers Comp panel, click on New Layer Comp. Let's go ahead and name this new layer comp Circle 70%. I don't think we need a note. That's pretty self-explanatory. Got all my apply to layers, visibility, position, and appearance selected, and I click OK. So now we have our circle 70% comp, and we have our visibility comp. The next thing I want you to do is select your Move tool from your Tools panel. And with the circle layer selected, go ahead and link it. Make sure it's linked to your F panel. It should be linked. You notice by the little link icon. And drag it down to the right of your image for another variation. So we'll just drag it down here for another variation, another comp. Create a new layer comp in your Layers Comp panel. Call this Position Design. Click OK. So now you have 3 different layer comps in your Layers panel. Go ahead and circle through them by clicking on the icon. So you can see here's my visibility with the circle layer made visible. Here is my 70% version, and here is my position design. So these are 3 different comps that I can send to our client. And then here's where the fun comes in. We're going to save this really quick as our own file. So File, Save As. I'm going to save it to my computer. I'm going to go ahead and name this last name. So Chan_Nicole, festcomps.psd. Save it to my folder on my hard drive. And then we're going to export these comps. It's really fun. We're going to go to File, Export, and you'll see we have this option right here that is choose layer comps to files. Make sure you have the right thing selected. And then I'm going to browse and save this in my, let's see, in the folder I've been working on. Here's my Chan Nicole Fest comps.psd, so I'm going to save it into my Film Fest Layers 2020 folder. And I want you to go ahead and select file type. We're just going to do good old JPEGs. Make sure the quality is 12, and go ahead and hit run. It says layer comps to files was successful. All right, let's check that out. So I'm going to go to File, Open, and I'm going to notice here in my Film Fest folder, I've got my Fest Comps Visibility Design Circle Made Visible JPEG. There it is. I've got my Circle 70%, and I've got my Position Design. So I just exported those 3 different comps, and I can now just select these, add them to an email, and have my client choose which version they want to move forward with for this event. So go ahead and file close, and remember how to use layer comps.